On May 15, 2026, a petition concerning delayed senior advocate designations in the Delhi High Court reached a division bench of the Supreme Court. Inside this building, the seat of Indian judicial power, the proceedings quickly shifted focus from the administrative delays to the conduct of the petitioner himself. Chief Justice of India, Surya Kant, and Justice Joy Mallya Bagchi reprimanded the advocate, questioning whether the senior advocate title was being treated as an ornamental status symbol rather than a commitment to the justice system. During the exchange, the bench raised alarms regarding the integrity of the legal profession, noting that thousands of practitioners wearing black coats possessed degrees of highly doubtful authenticity. Addressing those who target state institutions, the Chief Justice stated, "There are youngsters like cockroaches who don't get any employment. Some of them become social media. Some of them become RTI activists, and they start attacking everyone." These metaphors, articulated from the highest bench, triggered an immediate response across social media. Within hours, journalists and public figures were publicly condemning the remarks as dehumanizing. This photograph captures medical students protesting during the NEET exam paper leak controversy. The court's remarks arrived in an environment where many felt the institutional path to employment was increasingly compromised. Abhijit Deepke, a 30-year-old political strategist studying in Boston, watched the backlash develop. Rather than refuting the judge's language, he began building a digital framework to reclaim the insect label as a symbol of resilience. Drawing on his experience with meme campaigns, Deepke launched a Google form to register members for a new organization, the Cockroach Janata Party. The form went live on May 16th. By that evening, 15,000 individuals had registered their names. Chief Justice Surya Kant issued a formal clarification the following day, explaining that his comments were targeted specifically at individuals utilizing fake degrees to enter the bar and media, rather than the general population. Despite the clarification, digital momentum continued. The cockroach identity provided a focal point for young people seeking a platform mirroring their specific economic frustrations. Deepke utilized the mechanism of label reclamation. He argued that the emergence of cockroaches was a direct consequence of institutional decay, turning a derogatory comparison into a critique of the environment itself. They bypassed traditional party symbols, choosing a physical mobile phone as their emblem to signal that the movement would operate primarily through digital screens. The group relied on AI-generated anthems. These tracks featured lyrics describing an existence in the gutters and the stain, reinforcing themes of survival under pressure. Utilizing free digital tools and social media, the movement aggregated 100,000 registered members in less than a week without the need for traditional political funding. The digital initiative soon manifested in physical spaces. Participants began organizing localized community cleaning drives, clearing garbage while wearing placards that read, "I am a cockroach." By adopting the aesthetics of meme culture, the movement created a low-barrier entry point for a demographic that felt alienated by the formal language of existing political parties. While the group called itself the voice of the lazy, its official website carried a direct critique of elite governance and demanded transparency in the use of public funds. This diagram outlines the party's 5-point manifesto. These proposals sought to move beyond satire by targeting specific institutional vulnerabilities. The first pillar demands an absolute ban on chief justices accepting post-retirement political appointments, specifically prohibiting nominated seats in the Rajya Sabha. They proposed administrative protections to insulate the civil service, seeking to prevent politicians from using arbitrary transfers to influence bureaucrats and police officers. For economic justice, the movement advocated for a progressive penalty system. Legal fines would be calculated as a percentage of an individual's income, so that penalties deter wealthy offenders effectively. Their platform also demands an immediate 50% reservation for women in both Parliament and the Union Cabinet, without waiting for incremental implementation schedules. To discourage opportunistic political shifts, the group proposed a 20-year ban from public office for any representative who defects to another party after winning an election. These specific demands reframed the organization as a policy advocacy platform that used satire to gain initial public attention. The movement's growth drew the attention of established politicians. Trinamool Congress MP Mahua Moitra engaged with the platform, referencing her own history of dissent. Former cricketer and MP Kirti Azad also interacted with the movement, using humor to align himself with grievances voiced by younger users. This visibility triggered an aggressive counter-response. A political account shared an AI-generated video showing a cockroach crushed by a shoe, warning against the movement's intentions. Opponents circulated photographs of the 2011 India Against Corruption movement, arguing the CJP was a similarly structured effort designed to cause a specific political realignment. The friction soon moved into the realm of state security. West Bengal Home Minister Shubhendu Adhikari issued a warning that any unauthorized public assembly would be met with maximum punishment under the law. Adhikari specifically identified Park Circus, Kolkata, as a site where the state would take decisive legal action to maintain public order against unapproved demonstrations. The transition from a viral online joke to a target of state warnings highlights how quickly digital dissent can be perceived as a genuine disruptor of the political status quo. The movement remains vulnerable to the rapid cycles of the internet. A strategy built on memes risks fading as public attention shifts to the next online trend. While traditional political change has relied on long-term organizational work, this algorithmic movement is highly susceptible to the volatility of the attention economy. However, the project demonstrated that free online tools could be used to aggregate a national audience in days, bypassing the capital-intensive infrastructure usually required for political organization. Digital platforms have emerged as a primary space for the creation and coordination of political expression in India.